Kentucky County Clerk Kim Davis was jailed last Thursday, get this, without bail because she stood up for her religious beliefs, her conscience, when she did not want to issue same-sex marriage license, obviously to same-sex couples. And I say, you know what? Good for her, because even serial killer and rapist Jeffrey Dahmer, even he got bail. Alfonso Rodriguez Jr. even got bail after the death of Drew Shadeen. What is going on here? Many of you are cheering that this woman was put in jail. Let me read you specifically what somebody wrote about this situation. Before I read this to you, I want you to take a moment as I'm reading this. I want you to try and guess who you think wrote what I'm about to share with you. This is the quote. Once again, the gay community feels the need to be sore winners. Is it so difficult to allow this woman her religion, or must we destroy her in order for her to betray her faith? No matter how we judge, it's truth. The rights we have all fought for mean nothing if we deny her hers. I'm going to give you a moment here. I want you to ask yourself, who do you think just said these words? Was it maybe Governor Mike Huckabee, maybe Senator Ted Cruz? Some of you thinking, oh, Chris, this is some right-wing nutty job, Tea Party guy or woman. The person who just said that quote was an openly gay brother, or the openly gay brother of Madonna, Christopher Ciccone. Hopefully I'm saying his name correctly. The guy's openly gay saying this. You got to start to ask yourself also, how prophetic were some of our Supreme Court justices after the same-sex ruling came down in June, when Justice Alito said this: today's decision will be used to vilify, Americans who are unwilling to assent to the new orthodoxy, he writes. In particular, he objects to the comparison between bans on same-sex marriage and the bans on interracial marriage that were widespread before the court overturned them in 1967 in Loving versus Virginia. He goes on to say, and I quote, the implications of this analogy will be exploited by those who are determined to stamp out every vestige of dissent, he argues. And that is exactly what is happening today. The lamestream media is using the Loving v. Virginia decision to compare it to same-sex marriages. This past Sunday, George Stephanopoulos did it. Also, Jake Tapper did it. Here's a brief clip of Miss Davis also being vilified, as Justice Alito just alluded to.
I have not said not one hateful word through this whole situation.
Your actions.
Have you received death threats for what you believe?
No,
it's not.
You are using God for hate.
No, I'm not.
Yes.
So I just, I beg the difference.
The United States Constitution.
Our Constitution was founded on faith.
No, this is not. Our country is not founded on a Christian. No, this is not a Christian nation. Thomas Jefferson has said so.
Now, I know many of you are probably going, yeah, but Chris, I mean, look, same-sex marriage, it's the law of the land. And Kim Davis, she took an oath to actually uphold this thing. So for all of you that are screaming this right now, here's what I want to know from you. I want to know when you're also going to go out there and be screaming or calling for the current California Lieutenant Governor Gavin Newsom to be put in jail for contempt without bail when he was illegally marrying same-sex couples in San Francisco when he was the mayor of San Francisco. Also, when is this current administration going to do something or anything about sanctuary cities and the mayors that are running those? When are they going to be put in jail without bail? Look, if you can't just sit here and pick and choose what laws you're gonna follow. Maybe you follow the ones that fit your dogma or your point of view, but that's not what works. No one, you got to remember this is what makes America great. No one is supposed to be above the law. And speaking of the law, I would encourage you to check out a great piece in the Washington Post. It's titled, When Does Your Religion Legally Excuse You from Doing Part of Your Job? It was written by Eugene Volokh, I believe. He teaches law at UCLA. He does an outstanding job of breaking this thing down in the context of the law, and specifically to Kim Davis' situation. He talks about a few things that are very, very important to remind ourselves of, one of those being Title VII of the Civil Rights Act, and the fact that also Kentucky is about one of 20 other states right now that has got the Religious Freedom of Restoration Act on its books. So, in other words, what needs to take place here is the state, just as they're obviously trying to accommodate what's going on with same-sex couples, the state needs to accommodate this woman for her religious freedoms. That's what the whole Religious Freedom Restoration Act is all about. And in Kentucky, even if you're a private sector person or a public sector person, which I know many of you are going to be screaming about that, or a public sector person, you need to do what you can to accommodate that person in their job. But you've got to understand here, this is all Kim Davis is asking for is, look, don't have my name or have me have the jurisdiction, if you will, over same-sex marriage licenses, or really any marriage license for that reason at this point. Because that's what she's asking us to do. And if we're going to go out there and look, this is always going to be the rub. But why should somebody else's rights trump another person's rights? It shouldn't happen. There's a way to accommodate so that same-sex couples, which has now been decreed by our courts, that's legal, they can get their license. They're doing it right now in the county. Because the other hypocritical thing, if you will, there's two other clerks, I don't have their names in front of me, in Kentucky that are doing the exact same thing that Kim Davis is doing, but they're not being put in jail. I think the other obvious question I want to know from you, you can see the number here, the email, I want to know from you, is it time to take government out of the marriage business? Maybe this is the time to do this. I don't know, but we asked you earlier today on our Facebook page how you felt about this Kim Davis situation. Here's what some of you had to say. I think that if someone is going to refuse to do something because of religious reasons, we should be allowed to analyze their lives to see if they actually follow the rules they claim to. For instance, if you refuse to give marriage licenses to gay couples, your divorces totally discredit your claim to any religious convictions. It just means you selectively use a religion to make all your prejudices seem justified. Well, just so you know, she found the Lord 4 years ago. I don't know how many marriages she's had since then, but that's the history if you want to get the facts straight. Jody Singleton Bouchain, when I give up something for Lent, I don't let that interfere with my job. She took an oath. She didn't do her job. She was held in contempt. Now she was released to do it again. She is not a martyr nor a victim. What she needed to do is set her religious beliefs at the door and do her job. Stop making her the poster child for Christianity. Justice for Snickers. As it says in the book of Daniel, he and 3 other men refused to bow to the leader of that country when laws were changed. I am the same way. I wouldn't bow or be a sheep. So there you have it. We'd love to know your thoughts. Do we have a phoner coming up after this? We may have an interview after this, so stay with us. If not, we're going to have our top trenders of the day. And again, I want to invite you to let us know your thoughts on the Kim Davis situation. Very easy to do by calling our hotline. So call our hotline, let us know. We'll be right back.